YN had dreamed of this moment for years. Landing a position at Lunar Sound Productions, one of the most prestigious music production companies in Seoul, was the break she had been working toward since university. With her passion for music and flair for marketing, she envisioned crafting campaigns that would change the industry. What she hadn't envisioned, however, was working directly with Jungkook, the globally renowned idol whose talent was only rivaled by his reputation for being infuriatingly arrogant. The first day set the tone. YN had barely settled at her desk when she was summoned to a meeting regarding Jungkook's upcoming album launch. As she entered the conference room, he was already there, leaning back in his chair, a smirk on his face that screamed confidence. Or cockiness. She wasn't sure which. "You must be the new recruit," Jungkook said, his gaze briefly sweeping over her before returning to his phone. "YN," she replied, curtly, taking a seat. "Looking forward to working with you." He raised an eyebrow, clearly detecting the slight edge in her voice. "We'll see." From that moment, it was war. They clashed over everything. YN suggested a minimalist album cover. Jungkook insisted on something epic. She proposed a sleek launch event. He wanted something intimate. Even coffee runs turned into a battle. "Oat milk, YN, not almond," he sighed one morning. "Maybe next time you can fetch your own coffee," she snapped. Their colleagues watched the tension unfold like a reality show, whispering bets about who would break first. Yet, amidst the bickering, there was an undercurrent, neither acknowledged. Their eyes would meet during brainstorming sessions, holding just a beat too long. When their hands brushed while passing documents, the touch lingered, though neither admitted it. Everything changed when the scandal hit. Photos surfaced online showing Jungkook leaving a party at 3 a.m., accompanied by a woman whose face was blurred. Rumors spiraled. Was it a secret girlfriend? A scandalous affair? Fans were divided. Lunar Sound was in crisis mode. "YN, you'll handle his PR until we stabilize this," her boss instructed. "Keep him out of trouble. Protect the brand." Jungkook was less thrilled. "You?" he scoffed when she broke the news. "You're my babysitter now?" "Apparently," she shot back. "Try not to make it harder than it already is." Late nights became their new normal. Together, they drafted statements, deflected media inquiries, and crafted social media posts designed to soothe the fan base. Somewhere between the exhaustion and stress, the walls between them began to crumble. One night, at 2 a.m., they were the only two left in the office. "You know," Jungkook began, leaning against the desk, "I didn't mean to make your life hell when you started." YN looked up from her laptop. "Could have fooled me." He chuckled softly. "I get defensive. Everyone expects me to be perfect. You didn't treat me like a star. You challenged me. It threw me off." Her heart softened. "You are talented, Jungkook. You don't need the ego. You're enough just as you are." Their eyes met. This time, neither looked away. Over the following weeks, their dynamic shifted. The bickering became teasing. The stolen glances turned into lingering gazes. One evening, after a particularly draining day, Jungkook walked her home. "You don't have to," she began. "I want to," he interrupted. Under the glow of the streetlight, he brushed a strand of hair from her face. Her breath caught. "YN," he whispered. "Tell me if this is wrong." "It's not," she murmured. He leaned in, his lips meeting hers in a soft, tentative kiss. It was gentle, but it ignited something deeper, years of tension melting into something sweet and electric. When they pulled apart, they both smiled. Of course, nothing was that simple. The twist came when YN discovered the real source of the scandal. The woman in the photo was not a secret lover, but Jungkook's estranged sister, trying to reconnect after years apart. He had kept her existence private to protect her from the industry's harsh glare. Revealing the truth meant risking his family's privacy. What do we do? Wyan asked. We tell the truth, Jungkook said, but on our terms. Together, they crafted a heartfelt post. Jungkook shared his story, his vulnerability shining through. Fans rallied around him. The scandal dissolved into support. In the aftermath, YN and Jungkook continued working together, but this time their relationship was different. They still debated over creative choices, but laughter replaced venom. Their private moments grew more frequent. Stolen kisses in the break room, his hand resting on hers during meetings, whispered jokes that made them both blush. One evening, after celebrating a successful album launch, they found themselves alone on the rooftop. We make a good team, YN said, gazing at the city lights. Jungkook wrapped his arms around her from behind, resting his chin on her shoulder. The best. She turned to face him. What happens now? He smiled, brushing his lips against hers. We keep fighting, together. And so, their story continued, born from rivalry, tested by scandal, and strengthened by love. A partnership neither had expected, but both had come to cherish.